Matthew here, Bathtub Renew. If your bathtub looks like this, you're gonna want to watch this video. So she's had a nasty job done to her. This is why you don't go buy the stuff from Home Hardware and brush your own tub. It turns out like this. This is what you get after a few years. It's destroyed. So is this repairable? Absolutely. We can totally fix this. But we have to take it all off using chemicals, using big types of industrial grinders. We have to strip this all off. Thank God they didn't do the front. This is actually the worst to strip if they've done this. You saw in my last video, I had to strip the entire thing. It was a disaster. But she turned out brand new, and that'll be good for another 12 to 15 years. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna open up all the pores using 40 grit. So we buzz the tub like this to kind of knock the top glaze off the epoxy coating that they put on it, and then the chemical can really bite into it. And then we're gonna spend the next hour scraping at it, get it all off. Here we go. Some people just might say, well, you just put chemical on it, it all comes off. Well, not really. It basically, the chemicals, the coating is so resistant to chemical, you basically put a coat on and it softens it, and then you can scrape it all off. And it's not a very fun process, but there's some spots that won't scrape off very nice. So you take a tool like this, or like a really good sander, and you strip around the drain. Strip around the overflow, then you strip around the drain. And you see how this drain is all pitted and stuff? I'm gonna be able to grind that down with this die grinder, this Milwaukee die grinder, and I'm gonna make that look like copper. Now they're not gonna change this on this tub, probably because the plumbing is too old and it still works. But at least they'll have a nice clean copper looking drain coupler. So it's all been 40 gritted with my big sander. So then I'm gonna finish polishing that up right now. And then we're gonna put the chemical on it. Oh, look at that. She looks brand new. Nice brass color. Not chrome, but brass is almost as good as chrome, and it looks brand new. So let's vacuum this and put our stripper on. We're just getting ready to put on the chemical right now that'll strip all the coating off. A few things that you have to have. This is not a respirator. This is a fresh air mask, a fresh air respirator. It actually has a hose that goes down my back. And it goes down there into the other room that has a pump with a filter on it. And that pumps continual fresh air into my face. So my mask is positive air pressure. They say, well, won't the vapor or the fumes from the bathroom go over there? Well, we also have a fan in here, so it's causing negative air pressure in the bathroom. And then I have positive air pressure in my mask, so I'm completely protected. Well, then you'd say, well, isn't that very toxic to be putting in the house? Well, it's toxic if you're leaning over the bathtub and you're breathing the fumes that are directly coming off of it as it starts to react with the epoxy coating. Yes, that is actually toxic, and that's why you need to wear stuff like this. But it's a concentration of toxins that's actually poisonous to humans. So if you took all the toxins that were in the front yard of your house and you compressed it down into a small bottle, and then you went to inhale that would be very toxic. But because it's so dissipated, it doesn't hurt you. It's the level of toxicity that you're breathing in. We put these together of the fresh air in the Refinished space and the negative air pressure in the bathroom. It's completely safe for the person in the bathroom. It's completely safe for the people in the house, because that's all the fumes are being extracted outside where they dissipate, and they're not toxic to anything. it's the fun part. We get to scrape everything off. Now, there's two main scrapers that I use. I use this one, and it's sharpened to a razor. And there's the other one, and then when we get down to the, the fine parts. So let's get going.
To scrape the whole tub like this now.
So now we take this, we scraped it all off in a big pile, we put it in the garbage. Now that we scraped all the tub clean and there's no more coating left on it, we had to wash the residue with this. Turn on the tap, wash with this. Now some people would say, well, that's going down the drain. That's correct, it is going down the drain. But this type of stripper is chemically engineered that when the water touches it, it stops and neutralizes the chemical. So it doesn't do anything to the drain, and it doesn't do anything when it goes down the drain. So it's completely safe to go down there. So also, it was actually specifically designed that if you got splashed in the face with it, you could wash it with water, and as soon as the water would touch the substance, it would neutralize it and it would stop the stripping effect anymore. So now we have to clean it. Then we have to dry it. Then we're going to use this guy. See these little bits? They're everywhere. See? They don't come off when you scrape them. So you got to use this guy. The tub now is pretty clean. It's been all sanded down, everything's stripped off, there's not one bit of paint left on it. Now we're going to fill the chips. So if these were dense, we would have to etch it first, but because these are chips, you don't have to etch first because the chip is actually, we're just going to put filler just in the chip area. So this is what we're going to use. New and improved. We made it to this point now, which involves we fixed all the chips over the entire tub with 2-part polyester putty. You see those are all fixed now. Tub has been cleaned and deglossed. Now we're going to put our bonding agent on, and then we're going to start with our prime. So now we tack the tub. And the coolest trick I found over the years to tack a tub, this, tape right inside out. Now we're going to tack the tub. You don't want any specks anywhere. Now that we've tacked the inner part of the tub, we get our bonding agent. Take our bonding agent. Some people might think this is xylene. This is not xylene. This is not a solvent. This is actual bonding agent. It has a saline base, very similar to what the dentist or the orthodontist is going to glue your braces on with. And we wipe the entire tub down with this. This is the secret potion that makes all this stuff stick. Now we re-tack again. You'll notice this, when you re-tack this stuff after you put bonding agent on, it's very, very sticky. Just lightly go over just to grab any dirt. we got 3 coats of prime on it now. Now we're going to put 4 coats of top coat. Now this prime isn't like what you would think is as a prime for like priming your walls of your house. That's to cover, so the color covers better. This color that I've got in there will cover in 2 coats. That's not the point. The point is that this is part of the adhesion process. This is why when you go and you buy those do-it-yourself kits from the hardware store, it looks terrible, starts peeling off in a few weeks or a few months. This is why. You need to do this process. And they don't sell this process to people. We are into our first coat of resin. So we got 3 more on top of this. That's it. We done. And she is brand new. You can't beat it. Three coats of prime, 4 coats of top coat. She'll last over 12 years. 12 to 15. If she starts to get worn out around 15, let's hire a new reglazer. Forgot something here, guys. There we go. Brand new. All they got to do is just finish the rest of the unit.